Hey guys, how you doing? Sorry for the lack of videos, it's been a while. I think the last one was probably the enslaved video last Saturday. Yeah, sorry about that. I've been very busy all week and I've just not had time to shoot anything. But as you can see from the title, this is going to be a video about the games I've been playing recently. I picked up quite a few games after Christmas, like current gen games, because I wanted to catch up on all the games from last year I've not been able to buy. And I've been playing through them. I've still got a couple to go. I've had trouble with some games, but but yeah, I mean at the moment I'm working on Enslaved. Gotta say I hate this, it's shit. I don't like saying that, I really don't, because I was really looking forward to this and I know a lot of people like it and I thought it was going to be brilliant. But the camera, oh man, the camera is so infuriating. It just, I threw the joypad about 4 times last night. No, not across the room, just on the sofa. I just got really pissed off because every single time I try and do some combat, if you've got more than one mech to fight, the camera is insistent on either going right up behind Monkey and blocking your view, or just flipping round and you can't see where anyone is and you're constantly getting laid into. And there's a section last night, there was like 3 mechs to fight, 2 normal, 1 with a shield, and then there was 2 in the distance on the ridges, and they got shields, and they were shooting me in the head. I was just getting so pissed off. It just seems to be stalling the game. I seem to be getting from one shit combat section to another shit combat section. When the story's flowing and the platforming is going, the platforming's alright. It can be, the camera's still annoying, but it's not as annoying as it is on the fighting. Yeah, I'm really pissed off and disappointed because I wanted to love this game. I'm gonna try my best to finish it if I can, but I'm getting to the point where I just want to switch it off, and that's really bad. So yeah, Ninja Theory, you're shit. And I don't care if anyone from Ninja Theory sees this video because I'm sorry, that game is appalling. Sort it out. Another one I'm working on is Grand Theft Auto episodes. I've got to say, Lost in the Dams has pissed me off. I was doing quite a few missions, and now I just seem to be stuck doing races, which is absolute bollocks. It's like, why do I want to do races for? It's pointless. I've got no bloody interest in racing a sodding motorcycle. I want to sit there and I want to play the game. I want to play the story. I want the story to continue. I don't want the story to just stop for no goddamn reason, just to lose a poxy race. So it's bullshit. Well, I'm going to rant here because just things annoying me with these games. Next one, Gay Tony. Seems okay. I've tried to play it. I just can't get into it. It's just like, yeah, it's alright. It's just the same old shit, really. They didn't really try and push it. I mean, I don't know. I know I'm probably going to get slaughtered for this by a lot of people who love these games. But, you know, remember that I'm a massive fan of GTA 4. I thought that game was phenomenal. One of the best games of the year. So, it's not that I don't like Grand Theft Auto because I love GTA 4. I'm just not really that excited with the episodes as much as I thought I would be. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I'll wait until I've completed those. And if I manage to complete Enslaved, I will give full opinions on both. Now, for the games that I have actually completed and have played through, I was going to say enjoyed, but that's not entirely true about some of them. Oh, it's going to be a moaning video. Right, okay. First game up is the fantastic Mafia 2. I absolutely love it. It is just brilliant. Fantastic storyline, great characters, beautiful graphics. Gameplay just flows really nicely. It's just awesome. I love the lead character Vito. Brilliant. Joey's best mate is just quality. The actor they chose to do that, I don't know who it was, but whoever did the voiceover, absolutely brilliant job. And the story is just superb all the way through. The only criticisms I've got for Mafia 2, and these are just personal ones because I know a lot of people don't like the fact that the time zone's all wrong with the music and the playboy and everything. But me personally, I got to a section in the game, I was playing through it nicely, the story's flowing perfectly, I'm having a lot of fun, I'm really enjoying it, getting into the story. And then suddenly the story just stopped for no reason. And I was like, okay, what's going on? Because technically this looks like a sandbox game, but it's not. When you play it, it basically says, right, go to point A, you go and meet Joe. Right, now go to point B, do a mission. Now go and save your game, go to sleep. Now go and see Joe again, now do another mission. And it just continues on like that. It's not really a proper sandbox game. It's more story driven and very linear. And so it got to the point where the story just stopped. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And I couldn't work it out. And there was a message in the top left of the screen saying that I needed to either rob shops or I needed to steal cars. And I was like, for what reason? That's got nothing to do with the storyline at all. This is bullshit. And so I was watching, I think it's Kiri Princess, I think that's how you pronounce it, Meg's video. She was talking about Mafia 2, her thoughts. And I asked her, I said, you know, what's happening? Has something gone wrong with the game? And luckily, just after I left that comment on her video, I went back on to try again. And I thought, well, I'll just do what it says then. So I stole a few cars, earned enough money, and then all of a sudden the game started again and the story kicked back in. And I thought, what the hell was the point of that? You've just taken the player completely out of the story. You know, you was really into the mode, you were really enjoying it, and now he's just completely just thrown you a curveball with some bullshit that was not even necessary. So yeah, the developers, what the hell were they thinking? That was dumb. So that was my first criticism. Second criticism is going to be Playboy. For me personally, I think it cheapens the game. I think you've got a really solid storyline, really nice gunplay and cover system, beautiful graphics, a really solid game throughout. And then for some reason they decided to just make it really cheap by making it that you can pick up Playboy magazines. It's like, it's really childish and pathetic to me. That is, I don't see the point. You know, and I'm not being a miserable old bastard. I just think that personally, it's immature to throw that in, and it just completely ruined the whole story. I don't know why they felt the need to do that. It was just silly. You know, some people probably think it's a great thing having Playboy magazines in, but for me personally, I think it's childish, pathetic, and it would probably alienate female gamers as well. Because, you know, why do they want to look at that? I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it, really? But I don't know why they did that. But overall, I'd give this an 8 out of 10 because it is a quality game. I'll take 2 marks off for the stupid points. So, speaking of me too. Okay, next one. Now, this one's a weird one. This one is 007 Bloodstone. Now, if you saw my earlier videos, you know I had it on PS3. And I had a lot of compatibility issues because I have a Japanese PlayStation. So I had to buy the 360 version. Right, where do I start with this one? Oh my god. Right, okay. Right, okay, now I know it wasn't going to be brilliant because, you know, it didn't get the best of reviews. They said the game was too short, it wasn't anything special. I'm going to say this, the combat, the actual combat, the cover system and the gunplay is fairly decent. It does its job to a degree. And I find those sections of the game are really fun to play through. It's very generic, you know, I mean, it's nothing special. You are just literally running into an area, diving behind cover, killing a few guys, moving on, killing a few more guys. So it's the same old shit really, but it's still fun to do it. I think the story wasn't that great. It's really weird that I think Bruce Feirstein, I think that's his name, same guy that wrote the GoldenEye story for the Wii game, and this one is nowhere near the level of what you got on the Wii. There was so much more attention paid to the Wii story because GoldenEye is far superior. Bloodstone story is just sort of thrown together. You've got really bad cutscenes where you've got these absolutely awful captures of Judi Dench. She looks terrible, and to be honest, Daniel Craig doesn't look much better. You've got the fact that they threw Joss Stone in there to be a Bond girl, which is an absolute joke because she's an idiot, and I don't understand why they chose her. And she's a crap actress. Why even bother trying? She's a twat. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't understand that at all. I just don't know where to start. Basically, negatives are going to be the car sections. Now, this is Bizarre Creations. You know, the guys that made Project Gotham and Blur, the guys that know what they're doing when it comes to cars, but not when they made this game. I think they must have known the studio's getting shut down because they give up. Basically, the car sections are completely on rails. There's no fun attached to it at all. It's completely boring. They're overstretched. They go on for far too long. It's completely linear. You're going down a path no matter what you do. And I found a lot of the time that there were these massive explosions kicking off and stuff and cars coming out in front of you. But the explosions would mask where you're supposed to be directing your car, and so I'd end up hitting a wall or I'd go down into a lake and I'd have to keep starting from scratch again. And that was so annoying. Now I know Dan W547 said he hated the car sections, and he's the only person I've found that said that. So I don't know if that's the reason you had, Dan, as well, or if it's something different. I'd like to hear what you found was shit about the car sections. But for me, the explosions blocking my view was so infuriating, and it just seemed to get worse as the game went on. So I'd much rather have just had a game of cover-based shooting than sodded the car sections because they were crap. When it comes to the cover-based sections, the negatives on that, for me personally, I found a lot of weird things, like little things like you be on cover and you can do takedown moves when the guy comes close. And I press the button and Bond would run out, grab him, smack him in the face, put him on the floor, and then dive behind cover. And then other times I'd do it, he'd punch the bloke, put him on the floor, and then just stand in the middle of the open like that. And it's like, you're getting shot in the face, Bond, what are you doing, you twat? And I'd have to like pull him back behind cover myself, which was really shit. And then I had other times where I would like, the thing where, you know, with cover-based shooters where you're close to the cover and you press the button and he slides into the cover. And he weren't doing it most of the time, he was just ignoring my button presses and just running at the wall. And I was getting so stressed out with it. There's little niggles like this that really take me out of an experience when I play the game and just piss me off completely. And it's just lazy development, and unfortunately this generation, it does seem to be the generation of lazy development where they just don't care. It's basically, they've got a massive budget, they've got to get it out the door as quick as possible to go with all the hype machine and all the bullshit that's out there. And they just throw it out the door and they go, oh screw it, we'll just patch it later, don't worry about it. They can sit there and install it and download a 2 gig frigging firmware update or some bullshit and spend like an hour sitting there before they even get to play the sodding game. And they still don't fix it properly. I mean, God, that annoys me so much. It's absolute crap. So yeah, Bloodstone, I'd give it probably a 5 or 6 out of 10. I personally think if you can get it for a tenner, fair enough, you know, like $20 or something, go and give it a try. I mean, you know, don't take my word for it that it's shit. You might like it. But as I say, if it was just cover-based shooting, it would have been spot on. But the car-based bits are absolute bollocks and don't need to be in there. The story's terrible. The cutscenes are horrendous. They're just so bad. So yeah, it was worth a playthrough. I got it cheap, so I wasn't that fussed, you know. But not the best game. Right, okay. I'm really going off on one there. I've just had enough. I'm just going to be honest about it, because at the end of the day, some games, I'm getting really pissed off to the point now where I'm playing some games and absolutely fantastic, and then you play another game and the developers paid no attention to it and you just get so stressed. It's like, why have you done that? Why didn't you sit down and get the bloody game tested properly and do it properly and stop ripping us off? Anyway, next one. This one is absolutely stunning. Halo Reach. There ain't nothing bad I can say about this game, literally. Now, this is only going to be a review of the single player campaign because I don't play online, I don't have a gold Xbox Live account. So I've only played the single player campaign, and I've got to say this game is absolutely amazing. Right from the very first couple of seconds to the end of the game, I was gripped. The flow of the game is perfect. It's so smooth. It just keeps you hooked, and you just keep coming back for more. And you don't get bored with it ever. It's just absolutely brilliant. I love the guns. I love the enemies. I love the graphics. I love the audio. I love the story, the characters, the acting. It's just absolutely brilliant. For me, this is by far the best Halo since Combat Evolved. I'm not played ODST yet, so I can't really count that, but I've only played 2 and 3. 2 and 3 were very average. This is absolutely stunning. By far, this should have been the true sequel. I know it's a prequel, but yeah, you know what I mean. This is an absolutely amazing game. It avoids most of the first-person shooter cliches that annoy me as well. It does have one of them, but I found that kind of comical in a way. The main 3 that annoy me are, one is where you're playing an FPS and you get so far into the game, and then the developer decides that they think in order to make the game challenging, they're going to throw as much shit at you as possible, so that you get so annoyed that you throw the joypad and you turn the game off. To me, that's not making it challenging, that's just bullshit, and that's just annoying for the sake of it, and you're being a dick by doing that. Second cliche has got to be the fact that you'll be running through a room and you'll go, lift, I better press the lift button. You press the lift button, and of course what happens? Oh, the lift's not working, you're going to have to wait 5 minutes. Oh, hang on, there's a horde of enemies coming towards me, I better defend myself. And it's like, yeah, well, Halo Reach has that, and that's the only one. And I found it kind of funny because it was like, you avoided all the cliches up until that point, and it was just like, oh, for God's sake, why did they throw that in there? But I'll let them off because the game's so brilliant. And the other cliche which annoys me is an FPS game where you're playing it and you're going nicely, you're getting through the game, you're enjoying it, and it's suddenly you like bang, you hit a brick wall, you just don't know where the hell you're supposed to be going, and you end up just going over and over the same part of the level like 5-6 times. You're there for half an hour just wandering around going, where's the sodding doorway, where am I supposed to go, and suddenly it just pops up out of nowhere. That annoys me. Halo has always been good at this because Halo Reach has got they have like a little tiny arrow on the screen, and it kind of directs you in the right direction, so you never get pissed off and never get stuck, and it keeps the game momentum going, which I think is absolutely brilliant. I really like that little touch. The vehicles are absolutely spot on as well, the Warthogs, and this game is just absolutely stellar. I can't fault it at all. I've got to say, just if you've never played Halo Reach, you have to. It is brilliant. And if you've never played a Halo game ever, go and play Halo Combat Evolved on the original Xbox. It works on the 360 as well, but it probably looks shit. SOD 2, 3 and ODST, and just play Reach because it is amazing. It's just, why it took them so long to make this game, I don't understand. Why they had to make 2, 3 and ODST, I don't understand. They should have just not bothered, just made this. It's brilliant. I can't infuse enough, this game is amazing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends if you like sci-fi or not, but I mean, because sci-fi shooters aren't everybody's bag, but for me, this was the dog's bollocks. It was brilliant. So yeah, Halo Reach, absolutely stunning. Without a doubt, I'd give it 9.5 out of 10. I'll take half a point off because of the cliched section where you have to defend the lift. That's it, and I don't really think that's probably fair, to be honest. But I don't have to give any game 10 out of 10 because I don't think it deserves it. I did notice a weird bug at the beginning of the game when I first put it on, and I don't know what happened because I talked to Tony Yippee about this and he never had it. So I don't know if it was just my copy. It was really strange, but I started the game up, and at the beginning, just after you start the game, there's a section where you get into this helicopter thing, and you fly off to another section, and you drop down, you get out, and you start fighting again. But I couldn't get out of the helicopter; it wouldn't let me out. No matter what button I pressed, it just wouldn't do it, and I got stuck and had to restart from the beginning of the game again. So that was quite annoying. And then I restarted the game, and I got to a section where you get into a warthog, and I accidentally lost control of the warthog and drove off the side of a cliff. And the game decided to pop a checkpoint right at that moment. So the checkpoint would reload, and all you would have is me going off a cliff in a warthog. And I was like, what the hell's going on? So I had to restart the game again. And then after that, it was absolutely fine. I never had a problem after that. Not one single bug in the whole game. So I don't know why it did that. It was very odd. As I say, Tony Yippee said he never had any problems with his. So it's probably just my copy. I know, it's just my luck. But yeah, 9.5 out of 10. Stunning game. Can't rate it highly enough. I mean, I've heard really good things about the multiplayer as well. If I ever get a gold account, I will try it out, but it's just brilliant. So, yeah, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try my best to finish that Enslaved, even though it's a piece of shit. I'm going to try my best. I really hope I can, because I don't want to leave a game unfinished, but also, I will also try to finish the GTA stories. And one game I forgot to pull out, 1 second, was... Okay, Splinter Cell Conviction. I've tried to play it thinking that I'd be able to play this because I was alright with the demo. The demo wasn't too bad, it was more action based than stealth based. Honestly, I've tried to play this and I can't. I'm crap at it. I absolutely suck. I just seem to spend loads of time behind cover and just getting shot in the face. So I haven't been able to get back to it and it's frustrating me. It's only a 5-hour game, so I might give it another shot. Yeah, I mean, if I can complete those 3, then the most important games are next. I'm going to be playing Epic Mickey first. I'm looking forward to that, although the camera's supposed to be terrible, so maybe I'm not looking forward to it other than that half and half. But the last game I'm going to be playing will be Alan Wake. Alan Wake is the one I've been looking forward to ever since it got announced, so I'm saving that to last so I can really savour the moment and enjoy the game. And I just can't wait to play it. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Other than that, there's not a lot really happening. I haven't bought anything for ages. I've really lost the ability to buy anything at the moment. I just don't really care for buying. It's really strange. It's good in a way because I'm saving the money for the 3DS, so yeah, that's fair enough. But yeah, I just don't really feel the need to buy anything. I've been going on eBay and looking at stuff, and a lot of the time I'm finding the odd thing that I might want to buy, and then I'm just thinking, well, do you really want it? Is it worth the money? No, not really. Why waste my cash on something that I'm not really probably going to use? And I'm just buying for the hell of it, just for the sake of it. So yeah, I mean, I'm not bothering. Unless a Super Nintendo game turns up, of course, in a really good price, a good deal, then yeah, I will. And I will be buying some more Jaguar games at some point because obviously I want to build the collection, and Blue Tonic's beating me as well because he's at 6 games and I'm at 2, so I do need to get that collection going. So yeah, that's it really, guys. There's not a lot else happening. I'm just working, and I'm not having a lot of spare time, which is crap. But but no, it's alright, it's fine. At least I'm working, that's the main thing. Anyway, guys, well, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I apologise for not having a Saturday night special this week. I'll do my best to get one up next week. I just haven't had the time this week to film one. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. As always, I will see you again soon.